It is Gabz FM, power to engage your world on a Sunday evening. 7:32 is your time. Getting into our conversation right here. It's the Lounge Convo, and this is a very special edition of the Lounge Convo. And you know, when we do get to the special edition is where we focus on a particular topic, a particular sector, whatever, but you know, all in film and TV. And on this year's special edition, we're looking at comedy in the film and TV scene of Botswana. We've had a few successful comedy TV shows or films such as Toki, which actually got to make it out of the country in terms of airing on international platforms. And remember, when you talk international platforms, well, in this context, I'm talking about anything that's outside our borders. That's international. And right here, joining us in conversation this time around on the special edition, he is a comedian, you know, he is an actor as well as a writer. And just for him, I'll add producer because, yeah, he has produced a TV show before. His name is Jonny Pula. Good evening and welcome to Gabz FM.
Good evening, my brother K-Love. What's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here.
All right, man. Thanks for joining me.
You gave me so many titles.
Yeah?
Not a comedian, but I guess I have to write these jokes and act these jokes.
Yeah,
you produce these jokes.
I could probably add director, but I guess for this one, let's just call you a comedian and all because Hareba Tubaba as creatives, you can't box in one box and say, oh, this person is just this.
I'm a control freak. I want to do everything.
and that's good. At the end of the day, that's good for a person because you want to grow from just being, let's say, the guy who tells jokes on stage to now the guy who's able to do
I want to know what the sound guy is doing. I want to know what the editor is doing.
As long as you are not irritating them at the end of the day. And yeah, he's joining in on the conversation right here. He has produced a TV show, the Jonny Pula and the Triccs show, which he did with his longtime collaborator, Jonny Pula. This is a brother man that he gets to do, he got to do the show with, and I guess the chemistry came because they also get to, when they go on tour, they're together. When they do their weekly comedy shows in Gabz, they're together. When they go out the country, they're always booked together. So that's why I'm saying long-time collaborator because that's what they do. And Jonny, I'm having you here because, when I look at the comedy scene and what you guys did with the TV show, as much as it was online, it's still
online
a TV show.
But
it's a TV
People
show.
tuned in for 30 minutes. It was crazy.
Yeah.
30 minutes we were tuned in live, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, same time.
And I'll say a TV show because somebody will get a smart TV.
Yeah, can you imagine?
So I'd call it a TV. Look, to me, it's a TV because that's the production that went behind it. And I say TV show again because of a lot of platforms being available. You see a lot of people don't traditionally go to traditional TV first. They'll go online first, like your YouTube, get the momentum. Then they go to a TV station and say, we have this.
We did that. I think we just didn't meet some requirements. We've done the whole tendering process.
All right. No, we'll get into all that. I'm just going to ask you to just put your headphones properly so that we avoid any instances where we might get that weird feedback and everything.
Nice.
So, let's talk comedy in Botswana. Let's just start there first. You do stand-up comedy as well as you do sketch comedy. And when we look at comedy, yes, there is the comedians who are actors and are not necessarily good at stand-up. There are those that are good at sketch shows and are not necessarily good when it comes to stand-up. And you find yourself being able to do sketch as well as being able to do stand-up. Acting, I guess, in a comedic way and everything. Let's just talk that art form first. What type of discipline does it require?
What, to be a sketch comedian or to be a stand-up
all of it. Like, to be able to maneuver between stand-up and be sketch.
It's totally different worlds. But we're all, the main objective is laughter. So I think if you understand the rules and if you understand what makes you funny, whether you're in stand-up or whether you're on camera, you have to study what makes you funny, and you have to like look and see which parts people respond most to, whether it's your stand-up or your videos, and you exploit that. So the discipline is keep writing.
Keep writing.
I write all the time. I might even have a joke about tonight. You know what I mean? I'm one of those comedians that everywhere I travel, I have like 3-4 jokes about everywhere I go.
And
it doesn't matter where I go, I have to come back with something to tell my audience. So I'm always writing.
And one thing that I know about comedians as well is like if let's say you're here to do stand-up comedy, you do your research about the show, about the station,
the language,
at least you're relevant to the audience.
Yeah, then you even customize your bits. To, like, you know what I mean? I'd have a gag about maybe V Mampizi. And I'd be like, then I'd think of unique characteristics that have V. And I'm saying, does anyone else have these things so that I can exploit? And you know, that it sounds like I know about this person and I listen to their music. So you do a lot of research. And if a lot of time I spend time with the comedians in that place. So like recently I was in Bulawayo for 2 days. I made sure I arrived 2 days before the show so that I get to eat matumbo, trots, whatever, you know what I mean? Just eat the food, enjoy what the people eat locally. Also eat what the guys like to eat as well. Oh, yes.
So that you can make a joke about it.
Also have the drinks that they like to drink and go to their clubs that they like to go to. Just to experience. While I'm there, I'm asking questions. And the whole time it's just comedians showing us around town. And I'm just asking questions. Maybe the day before that show that morning, that's when I just put everything together. Now I make a custom show. Yeah.
You know, now that's the stand-up part of it, which I also take it also translates to when you're also doing sketch and whatnot. Now, sketch, let's just be honest, as much as when we look at sketch comedy, it's always those, it can be a clip ranging from 10 seconds to a minute to 2 to 3 to 5. You know, it's a sketch. And it's acting at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And now, when we look at that, basically I'd say, you're doing a bit of TV.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing a bit of TV.
I learned a lot of stuff. Because, as I told you, I'm a control freak. So I remember the first few sketches that we did. So I used to like have this thing, guys, can I give you guys the rough draft of the
sketch?
Yeah. I will have all the cameras. I have camera 1, 2, 3, B-roll. And I'm like, yo, can I just like give you a rough draft? Then you can finish after that. So I learned TV stuff. Just from that, because these are guys that study TV, and whatever, and I'm sitting with professional editors here, and they'll teach me stuff. So now when I'm writing jokes, I know, okay, the camera has to change every 5 seconds. You can't have the same thing happening any longer than 5 seconds. And I'm like, yo, I could exploit that as a comedian. Or the fact that these guys, the camera has to keep switching. Now I can use that. You know what I mean? Like where, as some people, it's just a rule for them. To me, it's like, I can exploit that. Okay. So I can even have, sometimes I can even do things that are lazy, but it sounds genius, where I'd have 2 jokes in one because of that rule.
So it's like,
I'd write one joke,
rolling into
I'd have one roll joke, and I'm like, I'd even bet on it. You know what? If this opening joke doesn't work, this cutaway, it's going to make it work. Go ahead. One of these gags is going to work. And happy you never know, because it's not like stand-up where stand-up you get instant gratification. With sketches, I could do a video and say something, and everybody just like, yo, now they're not in the sketch. What shoes is he wearing? And it's just, it ruins the whole joke. And I'm like, guys, the joke. And they're like, well, you know what I mean? Yeah. The internet is a weird thing. But now we used to have the early episodes. We used to have screening episodes with the producers and whatever.
Oh, to check.
They didn't really trust us, and there was a lot of jokes that were chucked away. Man, this is some Ian Kama jokes and stuff, and they were like, no, this cannot go.
All right, we're gonna get into all of that. We are in conversation right here with comedian Jonny Pula, and do keep it locked. It's the Lounge Convo, it's Gabz FM. It is Love's Lounge right here on Gabz FM, power to engage your world. You know, this is where we put the spotlight on the B-dub film and TV scene. In conversation right here with a comedian, Jonny Pula, who, created an online TV show with his longtime collaborator and the company that they got to collaborate with on the show. And having him right here in studio just to take a look at comedy as well as its space in the BW film and TV scene. When we started, I did mention we've had some shows or films that made it outside the country, and even some that may have not made it out of the country, but we've heard successes of them in terms of when the DVDs dropped, because there was that time, that era where there was that straight to DVD momentum that was happening in Botswana, and a lot of people would produce shows and just straight to DVD, and those DVDs were flying off the shelf.
Golden times, man.
You wish you had done the show.
Those guys were making real cash.
Yeah, no,
real cash.
Definitely. And now, I have you here in studio because I'm sure just like a lot of people who watch TV, they ask themselves questions like I ask myself question. Or, we look in other markets, other stations around the world and everything. They have these late night shows, these satire type shows, these comedy shows. They have comedians hosting talk shows. They have a lot of sitcoms and all these things. They see them on TV, and we have comedians here who come in different shapes and forms. I mean, right now we do have a brother man who is a comedian as well as an artist, and congratulations to him. He just won an award out in the States last night. And we have you people here, you comedians, men and women who can make people laugh. But when it comes to TV, we don't necessarily get to see that happening. We don't see you on TV. You don't see a show like the Jonny Pula and Triccs show coming on TV. And, obviously, some may be because of the lack of education, and lack of education here being where, let's say, a comedian doesn't know, Facebook, if I actually got the right people behind me, we can actually go sell this. From your point of view, you are a professional in this space. From your point of view, I wouldn't
say that. I'm trying to be a professional. You have experience. So from your point of view, take us through. Why is it that we haven't been seeing shows such as yours on TV? What? Okay, first thing, these shows are very expensive, man. And with our Botswana tendering process, these guys want you to bring the whole 26 episodes or the whole 13 episodes at one go. And producing one sketch comedy episode is a headache. And a lot of stuff, sketch comedy episodes, I'll talk about Bokra to vet that stuff. Because comedians are crazy. So it's one of those we need.
Well, TV stations basically
we need to collaborate.
The PM who can say no.
I can't put so much money on a show. Then maybe maybe just some line that we said on one joke that we said on episode 5 or whatever, and where we could have maybe collaborated, because in other countries you just send them a pilot. You invest in money in shooting a pilot. Then from there, you partner with the studio and we take it from there.
That would
getting
be
access to studios is expensive.
Uncommissioned. That would be like an uncommissioned.
I think Boss doesn't do that anymore. I think they used to. They only have certain deals, but not everybody. So most of the time it's just bring a package pre-recorded show. And it's so difficult. We had a show pre-recorded, has some of the superstars, all your favorite comedians in there. I can't say too much about it till it comes out. We submitted the tendering and we lost the tender. I think we lost towards like the financial stuff. But we're still learning stuff on how to, no guys, this is how you build a show like this, because maybe we might have overcharged because it was a low budget show. You know what I mean? It was a shoestring budget, a comedian's budget. And but it's so funny and creative. You could see how creative Botswana are. And once you watch that show, it's just that I think, Lord, now we might have overpriced the show. So we're hoping to tender again next year and try our luck.
So in listening to you, so this
and maybe
is
improve the show a little bit. Yeah.
in listening to you, so you're saying most of it is because of, let's say, the tendering process, which is, I mean, right now the only TV channel in the country over the years that has been able to buy shows, it's you know, it's the
Now TV.
the public broadcaster,
And
you know, Now and your BTVs, and now right now we also have a private TV channel.
Bought a couple of shows.
Some are there that I've watched. There's actually one sitcom that I had started watching on
nice.
it and everything. But you know, I'm now here more talking on traditional TV because you find that still access wise, most people do get to watch more of the three TV channels that we have.
Yeah, YTV,
you know, being your YTV, BTV1, and BTV News.
Yeah.
You know, so you'd want to have a show like yours probably airing every Thursday on one of the two.
Amen.
Yeah. So you're saying
that's a dream gig, man. I'm willing to go out there. You guys, I have ideas. I have an idea, guys. One of you guys, when I be TV News, YTV, when I get what you could make a really entertainment where just after the serious stuff, then we go back to the serious stuff. You guys could get numbers.
So yeah, you know, so you're saying it could be because of understanding budgets and everything. So
we're learning.
You're learning.
Yeah.
Because for me, that's why I said let's have this man on TV because like you mentioned, you find that on news channels across the world there is that light hearted, to break the ice because I can't be watching serious stuff
after the
from
kids
morning
sleep,
to
12 midnight, 11 p.m. Saturday night. I don't mind that slot, you know.
But let me ask you this, you know, in talking about this education and everything, you've had the experience working on a show that you're producing every week. Very stressful. You're doing skits, you're coming back, you're doing the live bit, you're playing the skits.
The only day I had off was Sunday.
You see? When you are with your fellow comedians now, and we're talking about you taking up space on film and TV, what kind of conversations are you having? Because I'm thinking after the show you did, you're probably having more serious conversations with your comrades about this. What kind of conversations do you have?
Or relating to film?
Yeah, to you as comedians taking up
right
space
now,
on TV.
Right now, we're trying to a lot of us have jokes, man. I could stand on stage for an hour. Right now, we're trying to publish some hour recordings of some of the prominent comedians. We're working on that. We're trying to do basically record the stand-up comedy experience. I feel like there were classic shows on SABC back in the day. So you think you're finally what shows that made comedians that are famous today, then you know what I mean. I feel like that's where I really want to go at with TV, where I want to put stand-up comedy on TV because that's where my passion is. You know what I mean.
But because the reason again, I look at things like that. Because for me, I know.
Recording a comedy thing there, we need about 5 cameras. We need quality sound. A lot of the times we've recorded there. Fail sounding. That's why a lot of the stuff never got.
But anyway,
a lot of guys that we fail at sound. The cameras, the angles would be nice. Then there's just be the sound. We can't sell this. You know what I mean? But it'll be beautiful. I think that's what's delaying us. It's just getting things right. Some sound guys, you call a really good sound guy about like a one thing, one zoom, and I'm like, dude, what about the audience? What about
because you have to have a mic.
Yeah, you need
at least one mic.
And I don't want fake laughs because Botswana have a unique laugh. I don't want that recorded laugh on my track record.
I've seen where
it's terrible.
A laugh has been added after post, and you're gonna miss it because it's not instant and it's not, And
it has its own. I was trying to when you hear a comedy club in New York and you listen to a comedy club in Gabz, the laughs are not the same. I could listen to the laughs. I'm like, no, you can hear
You know what, Jonny? What we're gonna do? We're gonna add a bit of. I always say 5 minutes, but it goes over 5 minutes. But I'm gonna try keep it 5 minutes this time around. It's 7:53 right here on Gabz FM. Power to engage your world. Do keep it locked. It is Gabz FM, power to engage your world, and we do get to wrap up right here with comedian Jonny Pula. 7:54 is your time. Going to be getting into the last hour of the show where we get into Lounge 10, talking R&B. Now, in just wrapping up, you've mentioned your points of sound and everything, and yeah, the reason that I just wanted to understand how you as comedians think in terms of do you think of things like that when you're taking a stand-up, editing it, and I could obviously something like that. You go to a TV station, it's an uncommissioned project, which means you own it. You can get sponsorship and it gets to play. And let me ask you this as well: when you're thinking all these shows and you're doing all this, like the one you did with Triccs and everything. I can say just Botswana, or are you also just trying to go across the border to submit Kwale? Because right now you've been to Zim and Zambia. Oh, like what do you say? Bona, we have this.
Actually, some of my jokes, well, it wasn't part of me, but some comedians bought my set. Oh. Remember the time we went to Zambia? Yeah. We got paid 3 times for that. Wow. We got paid for the time we went there, the accommodation, the show. Then we got paid for the licensing for our jokes and also to broadcast our jokes. No, Zambian cats. And now this is why these guys are broadening our minds. They do everything in-house. The sound guy is a comedian. The graphic guy is a comedian. Everybody.
So this is going to air on TV?
It played in Zambezi. I think right now it's on, I was in episode 4.
So they're basically taking that stand-up and creating a show. Yeah. Oh, that's dope. Yeah.
Geniuses. So right now, when they have a really strong connection, DSTV as Zambia. I think DSTV Zambia really believes in the Zambian market. So even comedians get those guys have a sitcom. So right now, we're hoping to
and that should open doors for you because now it means you're on international TV.
Yeah. It has opened doors. I'm getting so many bookings. There's a lot of things I can't announce right now, but watch this space. Jonny's about to be the most well-traveled comedian.
Let me ask you this as well, just before we do get to wrap up. So the stand-up comedy, we get the sketch TV shows, we get, in terms of now, you're a comedian. We have script writers in the country who are constantly writing and producing shows, and some... Originally, the script may not have been a sitcom, but the person wants to make it a sitcom, and they're not funny. Do you ever get calls or, hey, Jonny, I have this show, I've written it, I want to now add the comedic feel.
Punching up a script. We've done that before. Okay. We've punched up the script for Banaba After before.
This for the student film?
Yeah, the student film. They had a documentary. They were trying to translate it into a comedy. From the documentary, so a comedy drama. So they called us in to punch up some lines, and it was nice because
it's called punch up.
Yeah, like just to juice it up, comedic relief. So they showed it. Oh yeah,
this is the student festival.
It was nice to see. When a line that you wrote, and even that actor was like, "Are you sure we should say this?" I'm like, "Yo, say that line." Then when you see it on screen and the crowd just wow, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a good writer." Yeah,
you see,
I'm a good writer.
That's why you're here, because I wanted to get an understanding of do you actually, as comedians, get those calls?
We don't get a lot of those. That's what I'm going to say. It's only happened twice in my career.
Maybe it's because, again, you as comedians are not actively as well showing that you have that capability. So
I'm stingy, dog. Like my best jokes, I wouldn't give them away. Like, that's my meal ticket. My best jokes, that's my meal ticket. So it's very hard to give away some good stuff. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. So I think maybe that's why people can sense what I can't give you a joke. I've had people backstage like, "Oh, Jonny, come on, can I say that thing?" I'm like, "No, please don't." But we're gonna fight. Man. Don't say that thing. It's my thing.
Let's just do this one quick. Let's wrap up this conversation with a phone call. Okay. No,
he hung up.
Yeah, he hung up. All right, Jonny, thank you. I think we'll have you here once again. All right, another call. Gabz FM. Hello.
Rapula Kolobat.
So we have 20 seconds.
I'm listening to you, my man. I wish you all the luck, my brother.
My brother.
And I wish the ministers are listening, and his deputy and the permanent secretary, because they need to support you guys.
Yes.
They can't leave you guys.
Thank you, Mr. Pula.
They need to grow the young talent and the comedians within and the actors within our country.
Viva Pula, viva! Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Just listening to you. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. We appreciate that. I hope they heard you.
Nice one. All right, let's just wrap it up because we don't have time. We have less than 60 seconds. Jonny Pula, like I say, definitely going to have this conversation once again.
Yes, sir.
Where can we find you on your socials? How can we get in touch with you?
All right,
and everything?
guys. If you want to see me live, I have a whole lot of shows coming up. Just check me on my social media, JONNY space PULA, Jonny Pula on any social media. Think about it, get that, Snapchat it, get that.
All right, Jonny, thank you very much.
You can find out where my next show is. Come hear me live. I have so much to say.
And thank you very much for coming through and just opening my eyes into how a Botswana comedian thinks in the year 2023. Definitely we'll have more on this here conversation. Comedy and its space on the film and TV scene in Botswana.
Love's Lounge.